So my girlfriend sent me this question last night and it got me thinking. There were three values that I really wanted in a partner. The first value was I wanted her to get along with my family. I shared before that my parents moved to Korea, and right now my brother is the only family I have in the States, and we don't live in the same state. Anyways, our family's pretty close, and I really wanted my partner to be able to speak Korean fluently enough so that she could connect with my parents. And actually, my parents have met my girlfriend and they love her, and she speaks Korean well. My dad jokes that I should just get married right away. And so this first value aligns. The second value that I wanted in a partner was I wanted her to be open to Christianity if she wasn't a believer. But if she was, also have a very responsible and critical lens towards traditional Christianity. I am a pastor's kid and I have my views on religion. I think there are a lot of traditions that have lost its original meaning. And I know that going to different churches once my parents left for Korea, I had a lot of issues fitting in. It's interesting because I'm conservative on a lot of things, but also extremely liberal on a lot of things. It's just in general, the biggest value for me is Jesus treated people like people. And it's sad to see that the media portrayal of average Christians is not that. But anyways, I've talked about my views with my girlfriend and she understands where I'm coming from, and she also wants to treat people with respect and dignity. She's extremely kind, generous, and considerate. And I didn't see any red flags from her side, and she didn't disagree with more of perhaps my liberal views. And so I felt very comfortable that the second value has been aligning. This third value is a little bit harder to describe, but basically, I wanted her to share a similar perspective and lifestyle regarding money. I grew up poor as a pastor's kid, and the lesson I learned was basically you don't need a lot of money to be happy. I learned to stretch the dollar, and I'm very stingy when it comes to luxury products and brands. Like, full disclosure, I'm not a fan of Apple products because the brand name is what makes it cost more than actual functionality. I like to spend money that aligns with actually what I'm getting versus perceived value. And so luxury goods and branding often don't align with that value. And so, for example, I don't spend a lot of money. I probably spent less than $10,000 total in the past like 20 years on selfish things. That's mostly for computer products like my monitor, my computer, microphone, headphones. And it's not like I'm buying the newest and latest stuff. But anyways, my girlfriend actually does pretty well for herself, but she doesn't really spend money on luxury and brand goods. She's also someone who uses money very intentionally, thinks about whether she needs it and whether it's worth it, buys things on sale. And so in this way, I found how we spend our money also align. Obviously, these are only three things. No, they're pretty big things, but she was the first one who had all three of these values that align with mine. And she was surprised when I told her that no previous romantic interest has all three of these things. But I think that's also why that makes my girlfriend special for me.